Hey guys, how are we? It's a nice sunny morning here in Australia for some of us, and it's what, midnight for you guys?
6.
6? Oh yeah, it is 6. We were doing it in a reasonable hour. God, I'm crazy. This is going to be like a really off the rails kind of special podcast today. Essentially, it's just an excuse for us to talk all things Spider-Man on 360 and to flesh out the missing spots in our 360 collections. A lot of these games are becoming rarer to find. Spider-Man IP just keeps on going up and up. And yeah, it is almost impossible to find Web of Shadows or anything in the sorts unless you're Jeremy Jensen just browsing a store and getting it for like $5. And they're refusing to send it to your other fellow achievement hunters. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there. Any words to defend yourself, sir?
No.
Use the region excuse. Use the region excuse.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
What he said, yeah.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah. NTSC ain't no good to us.
Give me 2 seconds. Can you... Should be coming through. Okay, bear with me too, because at the same time I've had to basically rebuild my PC once again because... okay, turn this up. Cool. Let's put us all on max. Charlotte's just going to do a sound test. Everybody want to say hi?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey again.
Still quiet. What the hell? I'm going to move mine a little bit closer. Hopefully that's fine. Alright, sweet. So yeah, we're essentially just going to be talking all things like 360 games, delistings, anything along those sorts. And then essentially just going through like games that have become very hard to find, especially with stuff like backwards compatibility becoming a thing. A lot of these non-backwards compatible IPs are just becoming very, very hard to find unless you get very, very lucky. And then we're just going to be talking about 360 games that we have in our collections that others might not have. So where do we want to start? Do we want to start with Spider-Man or do we want to start with the rarest 360 games?
I need to
Spider-Man
start
sounds
with
good.
2 minutes to set up a light.
Sorry, what was that, Chapters?
We can start with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man's
May
good.
as well.
So
May as well.
the whole idea for this like special podcast came from, I would say, a lot of Twitter banter. Essentially, I think Red was the first one to start off finding... Which Spider-Man game was it?
Web of Shadows was the first one I found.
So, I think months ago, I'd start... Yeah, I would say early Jan, I started looking on eBay, and I saw prices of like $200 Australian for Web of Shadows. Seems to be the hardest one to find in Australia at the moment. Which, yeah, is just crazy, yeah? Like, you do not want to... Yeah, 100%. I'm just trying to get him to send me Spider-Man. No, like, it is that hard to find some of these copies, and people are just selling them, like... The entire collection, minus Web of Shadows, I saw listed on Gumtree and eBay for $600 the other day.
Yep, I saw a $500 one just the other day at work too.
And it's just...
What?
It's just like... Like, these games are being sold in good condition, which is neither here or there. You're going to get it, it's going to have scratches on it, and then you're just taking the... Like, fair enough if I was buying this for, like, EB Games or something, or GameStop, or, like, CEX, or any kind of equivalent like that, because you've got some kind of warranty. But buying it through eBay or buying it through Gumtree...
Yeah, it's sketchy.
It's rolling the dice. It's like, how
I
much...
did it, so hopefully it's not bad.
Can I take a moment to interject here on the dangers of buying from Gumtree and expecting quality?
Yep.
I ordered Crash Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans, Xbox 360 Crash Classics. Obviously very hard to find, I'm sure you will know.
Yep.
And I got this. an X Game 360 game.
What the hell?
It's region free, but don't worry, all right? X Game 360. I've done a very shoddy job on the cover art. So everything looks legit, obviously. Crystal clear.
Yeah.
There's no mistaking that is a genuine Xbox 360 game. All right? Then we get inside.
Oh no.
So let me just grab... Let's have a look at a real Xbox 360 game first, shall we?
Yeah.
And by real, I mean standard, right? Assassin's Creed Black Flag says Xbox 360 instead of X Game 360, so I'm not sure which one's legit. But that's what a 360 disc looks like, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no.
Happy with that? Happy with that? Well, that's what they've looked like for me since 2006. I could be wrong. What I'm dealing with here is a
Oh my god.
very reflective top. You can see the reflection everywhere.
Hey, can you put it down? Can you put it down like just a little bit? Hold it up again. All right, everybody, wave. Can you see your faces in there?
Wait, do it again. There we go. I can. It's Cameron. Yeah, so it's got like a translucent top, free region written all over it, and it says DVD-ROM at the bottom. So naturally, this does not work in my Xbox 360, or I would suspect any Xbox 360.
Okay, the first thing I was gonna say with that is like I'm surprised that you rolled the dice on that as well, because I had a mate back in I think like
$5, Cameron.
No. I mean, like, as in putting it into your 360. Because
in an offline Xbox 360.
Okay, good.
That bad boy was disconnected. I was not losing 1 million gamer score for a Wish version of Crash of the Titans.
Yeah.
So I had a mate in high school that had gone into the whole like mod chips and all that kind of scene, and that update came out. I think back when I was in year 11, that bricked his console.
Yeah, she's a dangerous game to play, and I ain't rolling the dice on that one.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Oh, jeez.
But it said please insert an Xbox 360 disc or insert a genuine Xbox 360 disc or something.
So now you
knew
just
straight away what was up.
So now you're just trying to get that hard to find X Game 360 console.
Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure if I look hard enough, I will find it.
Oh, jeez.
Probably from the same seller, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
His profile or something.
I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like if I do find it. I think it will be a thing of beauty.
You know what? In all honesty, though, they need to be hiring that person to do their EB Games cases.
Well, yeah, that's better than the dinosaur shooting lasers out of its eyes one, that generic one.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
But
yeah,
I'm asking
there's a
myself,
risk.
like, why did they write X game? Like, why, if you're gonna fake it, why not just write Xbox 360?
Yeah, well, they had the Xbox Live symbol on there and the Xbox logo. They just
Yeah, exactly.
went a bit rogue and thought, this will look unique.
I'm just
X
surprised.
Game 360.
I'm just surprised how reflective it is in upon itself. Like,
Oh yeah, you can see through it. Like from my end, from my side of things, that bad boy's translucent.
so was that the only game that you bought off that seller, or was there more than one?
Out of the kindness of his heart, he in this ultra thin, genuine X Game 360 case, he said, "I'll even throw in that Lord of the Rings game." So here is the X Game 360 disc for Lord of the Rings Conquest.
Oh,
And you can see X Game 360 up there at the top. So she's legit. DVD-ROM plastered on the left-hand side. So I don't know. Maybe I need an X Game 360 in my life. This
Maybe.
could be the key.
Maybe we've just been playing the wrong console all along.
I think we have. So lessons to be learned. Don't put big money into faceless sellers on dodgy marketplaces.
I
But
think
it was $5 and free shipping, so I'm not out of pocket this time.
the worst thing I've had lately is the Rock Band 4 equipment is getting very hard to find.
Yeah, I'm dying for that.
I can't find anything legit. Like, people that know me know that I have like 7 Guitar Hero controllers. I've got like 4 of the drum kits now. I've got the guitar. I've got the Pro Guitar.
Are you looking to part ways with any of those drum kits? Asking for a friend?
I've got one that doesn't work. If you want to take that off my hands.
Well, in that case, I will offer you a Crash of the Titans in immaculate condition.
For what console? In all honesty, it's in pretty good nick, except for the fact that the what's happened is they sold me a band in a box kit. Everything looked mint, and this was me driving into Melbourne just like in between the pandemics where everything had cleared up a bit. Took it all the way back home. That was like probably my biggest haul. I spent like $350. I got 2 360 consoles. I got the Dance Dance Revolution mats that I've been chasing for years. Because my daughter's like 3 now, so I wanted to get her into that when she's growing up.
Use the kid as an excuse. Love it. Love
it. Just like, who else plays SingStar by themselves? Anyway.
Yeah.
Not SingStar, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so I got a really good haul. I got the band in a box kit. I got all the way back, set it up, and unfortunately they had left batteries in it for a number of years, which had destroyed the internals. It's in perfect nick, but that it had basically just rotted out the battery. So I'm sure if I go to like electronics store or something, I could get somebody to replace it. But I just haven't been game enough to do it yet.
Yeah, and you're adding value to an already expensive purchase, I imagine.
Yep, 100%. And I've already got drum kits that I can use. It was essentially like $50 for a band in a box kit. Like, I'm not going to pass that up.
Yeah, that's insane. That's what I got my first Rock Band kit for.
Yeah.
All of my drum kits have deceased, and they died of natural causes. I can assure everyone of that. And I can't find another one to save my life. I've only got the OG Rock Band drums now with a tear in 2 of the pads, just from, being thrashed by a god.
I find them, but it's always a case of like somebody putting it up $100 in Western Australia. I'm not going to post. If you want it, you come this way.
Yeah.
And like they're really fun games. It's just impossible to find. Like that's I've made it my task to find as much 360 accessories as I can, and that's why I have so many Guitar Heroes now. I'm really glad that I've got the wired one because it still works a beaut. Like I've got a Duke controller that just completely stopped working yesterday because of the week I've had my luck. I've got, just showing you guys before the podcast, but I've picked up this off eBay for like $10, I think like 5 years ago. And that's the Active 2 with the sensor. I don't know if it's arm strap. Yeah, it's an arm strap.
That looks like the official device of the X Game 360.
It's legit though. Like, the stupid thing is though, it would have come in a box, and I'm pretty sure I've thrown it away. But I've never. I mean, I got it for like $10, and I've never touched it since. But yeah, like. There's a lot of that older stuff that's just hard to find now. And, like, I would love if, what is it, like Mad Cats or somebody did, like, a run of the Rock Band controllers again, but I just don't see it
isn't
happening.
Rock Band 4, isn't that still getting weekly new songs? Or did they just finish up?
No, it's continuously getting content.
So why aren't they pumping out new peripherals and stuff? Like, the game's still selling, they're still supporting it.
Because
surely you'd think they would get somebody to make some new ones, even if they're not the original ones.
They were never in charge of the instruments, and they can't find anybody to do the instruments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
we start a company, no problem.
Yeah. I think it's possible. I'm hoping, especially for Guitar Hero, now that the Activision Blizzard stuff is coming alive, that they do explore
That's what
it.
I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm really hopeful that Guitar Hero is gonna come back, and I mean, the hype could come back, and they're just gonna make like new guitars, maybe for who knows, maybe for Series X and like Xbox One or whatever. But yeah,
Like
I want the 360 ones though.
I'm on the fence because I'm a diehard, but at the same time, like, there became a point in time where the market was that oversaturated with these kind of games.
Oh, they were pumping them out every 6 months or so. I think
agree.
It was 1 year, 3 of them came out, I think.
Yeah.
It did get a bit mental, but they were awesome.
Oh, they were great, but yeah, it's just and
then every release had the same songs. Yeah. Band Hero. Remember this? This is the controller for the drum kit.
Yeah. I've got it behind me in a box.
This is an excellent boosting partner for 360 games.
Oh.
Sometimes you'll run into trouble where you need thumbsticks, but all you need is the guide, and you got the D-pad and the A to sign in. This bad boy, 2 AA batteries, boosting partner.
Interesting.
Got me through many a co-op game.
I'm pretty sure the Metallica drum kit's set up like that as well, where it is the attachment.
I've never seen that one. I've never seen the Metallica one. I didn't know it actually had its own instruments. I knew it had a guitar, but I didn't know it had drums.
I think it does. Otherwise, somebody has bundled in that kind of kit with me, with the Metallica box, but
yeah,
I'm sure it does.
Green Day Rock Band is the Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions of those games. That is the only game I'm missing out of any Rock Band or Guitar Hero. Green Day Rock Band.
I would still say AC/DC is still pretty hard to find, though.
I've got that, and you can have it. I absolutely hate it. Do you want it?
I just heard no in the background, so one of your kids is a true
at the door. There is no fans of AC/DC in this house. I can promise you that.
Green Day would be the good one to get though. Like, Rock Band 4 releases content all the time that I'm just like, ooh, I really want to get it. Like, I even looked in this week into using my Cronus to get the 360 instruments working on Rock Band 4. Doesn't work. I don't know if it's the case with Cronus Zen with the new stuff, but it's just a pain in the ass.
I've got the Rock Band 4 game disc, and it pains me that I will probably never ever get to play it.
Same. And then I think I got the digital version of the Rivals bundle because it was like in a really deep discount like a year ago.
I think I bought that on sale too.
Yeah.
So the game alone is rare, like the Green Day Rock Band?
Yeah, here it is.
Okay, because I just looked it up at my local retro gaming store. They have like a website, and it's pretty. They update it pretty frequently. They have 2 copies for $35.
See, that's not too bad. I would pay that kind of price.
Yeah,
that's better than what I pay for Spider-Man.
Same time, we have to get like an American console. We have to.
Yeah,
go for the hoops.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? I don't know why things can't just be region free.
I mean, they were the Xbox One onwards. Thank God. No, they're so.
But by the way,
Xbox One.
I have a question.
That's right.
I had a question from earlier for Cam when you said about your insurance.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you on Twitter talking with Matt, who's in the chat right now. Hello, Matt. And it's like a piano, but like a guitar at the same time.
Oh, the guitar.
All right.
The guitar.
I want that. That's for Rock Band 3.
What? Okay, so that's for Rock Band. I was wondering, like, what is that for? Okay, that looks pretty cool.
That is guitar. I drove to Melbourne and bought it for $10. They would not.
That is amazing.
They would not post. Melbourne is all right. So I live in regional Victoria, which is the bottom of Australia. For those that foreigners listening, I drove 2 hours. 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. I don't have Krispy Kreme donuts in Bendigo, so I'm kind of like make the excuse, get the girlfriend in the car. Hey, we're just gonna do a 4-hour round trip just to get this one instrument for $10 and get Krispy Kreme donuts. And we can look at some
That's
retro
what
games.
heroes do.
Yeah. Like, it's... Like, at the same time, she's a massive retro collector. So, like, I bought her a GameCube for Christmas, just gone. And, like, boy, just trying to get old N64 and... Like, she paid $300 for Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, man, I was so glad.
Unboxed.
I was so... Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's just... Oh... Like... you have the problem where it's just like I'm retro collecting Xbox and she's retro collecting anything, and then like there's just no money in this household.
There won't be once you buy Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions for a less than generous price from this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to trade something, aren't I?
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
I've got some. I mean, I don't really need 7 Guitar Hero controllers.
Neither do I, unfortunately for you. So we'll have to start somewhere else.
The other thing I went to Melbourne for was the Pro Guitar of Rock Band 3.
Nice.
The only thing I haven't seen is the Pro Drums.
I've got that in a devastating pile in the shed. It doesn't look good now.
Okay. There is one person I know in Queensland though that has like essentially anything I would want, but he doesn't want to partake. Like he doesn't want to like take anything away. Like we've had Mephisto on the show before, who's like #1 for Game Score in Australia, and he's got like his living room with all the 360 games behind him. This mate of mine in Queensland, his entire house is essentially like the arcade unit, like the original like display kiosks for the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360. He's got like essentially like every sealed game. He's got like all the sealed accessories.
You got an address or?
I fucking wish I knew.
For a visit.
Yeah.
If I ever go in Queensland, like I messaged him about the Xbox 360 kiosk a number of years ago because the reason I met him was I was running the Xbox Achievement community on Facebook, way before like RGS or anything like that. I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, this kiosk is like $200 your way. He took it in the trailer, got it back, and then the part cracked off it on the way back. And it was just like, no. But he's been like getting that stuff for years now. I can't imagine being like one of his kids and having access to all that growing up. It's just nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Should we get into the topic of more Spider-Man?
Sure.
So, I haven't been able to find anything like decently priced at all. Like I would say the Spider-Man 3 would be the cheapest. Also is like what the hardest completion, like 80 to 100 hours.
Yeah.
And I see it usually floating around like $60 Australian.
Gumtree, 15.
Are you just logging in every 5 minutes?
I was when I was trying to find all of these games. Yes. I was every day. I was on Gumtree, and I just have it sorted by newly listed.
You
So I
you
don't
can
have
set
to
it for
scroll
like
like one
search
page.
terms, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to do that.
Or just leave the browser open on your phone and just refresh it like once a day, and your newly listed ones will take up like half a page at most. You've only got like 5 or 6 things to scroll through.
See, I do that, but at the same time, I'm always infuriating myself because it's just like, yeah, I'm not sending. Like last week when we had this whole discussion originally, I messaged everybody on Facebook over the last year that has put up a Spider-Man 360 game. And even like the retro stores in Melbourne, just like, hey, do you have any of these games passed by? And they're just like, nope. It's like,
Yeah, I done that too. I was emailing everybody for Shattered Dimensions, like every cash converters, every secondhand shop, everything.
these
and
store
when
owners are probably just like, why'd I get like 6 messages today for like
Yeah.
Web of Shadows?
Like after we first talked about this last week was when I found that Shattered Dimensions. But it said pick up only, and I was like, well, I'll do it if I have to, but I'll just ask this guy.
Yeah.
It was at a cash converters in Croydon. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
But I just said, your listing says pick up only. Is there any chance you would post it to me? I'd obviously pay the postage. And he replied a couple hours later saying, yeah.
I've had a few stores where it's like
Always ask. I
Yeah.
haven't been turned down yet.
I've had a few cash converters where I've walked in, like I've called down locally just to try them first off, and they're just like, yeah, no, I haven't seen them in years. I've had ones in Melbourne that have just like, yeah, I'll send it to you, but you're gonna have to buy like 5 other games. And it's like,
Right.
cool, like, all right, games that I already own,
Yeah. When it comes to Shattered Dimensions, though, surely wouldn't you go?
I mean,
all that money for this one game instead.
I mean, if it's yeah. I mean, if somebody's sending you like 4 other games that you're just getting doubles of, like, I guess, hey, if somebody wants to send me some extra copies of Titanfall 360, I can self-boost. Like, I need to make it worth my while. But
yeah.
Just crazy. Like, the one thing I really want to do is go, like, to some of the gaming pawn shops in America.
I know. It sounds mental, the situation. You see Chavo constantly posting all his finds.
Yeah,
just
that's insane.
The price of some of those things is mental. It just blows my mind. We don't really have that sort of setup over here.
Like, if I dig through anything, like EB Games before they got rid of the 360s, you'd find like 15 copies of Connect Animals.
Yeah. It would be the
That
same
game is
few
everywhere.
games. Yeah, I got that thrown in for free when I bought a different Connect game. I didn't even want it. Connectimals.
Do you guys collect any of the Connect games?
I collect everything, honestly.
Just anything that comes, like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't look for them. It's not like I'm
Just-
excited to...
Just to give an idea, that's probably my physical collection at the moment.
Jesus.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, so saying that, that's like double stacked, so a lot of stuff at the bottom's like filled in. But some of this stuff is just ridiculous to find these days. And then it's...
Do you keep track of your games, like with GamesEye?
No,
You use GamesEye?
I do it all mentally.
Really? You
Because I'm
should. You
crazy.
should use GamesEye, though.
Yeah, I really should. At the same
I
time,
just do mine in a spreadsheet.
yeah. Same
'Cause I'm
time,
re-
I
I'm
just don't
curious
have the
to know,
energy to. I should
mean-
really do it for insurance purposes, just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get a copy of like Shattered Dimensions, and somebody's gonna flog it off me.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on the Infinity Gauntlet of Spider-Man games, so yeah, I should do that too.
You're gonna
Ensure
post
that
it for
shit.
like-
Kind of scary having this thing. Feels dangerous.
Look at him. Yeah.
Just duct tape it to your chest everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like I really hope that they do. I know it's never gonna happen, but like a lot of these 360 games, I really wish they just get relisted digitally. Because I'd pay retail for it. I'm not gonna pay.
Same.
I would as well. I would go. If like I've thought about this before. Like, why can't they just for a limited time, even like, just bring it back and say, hey, for 1 week only or whatever. You know, we're relisting the Marvel Ultimate Alliance collection on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Go nuts. Yeah. Why can't they just?
Because
Yeah, I would pay. I would pay too.
the problem is these days is everything starts to go digital. Like we're just gonna have random delistings and just have no chance. Like you miss out. You
Yeah.
miss out. You want to get that game, you're gonna have to log into your mate's gamer tag. And even
Yeah,
that's
it's
sketchy
brutal,
enough.
isn't it? I brought Deadpool, the Xbox One version, for my friend.
Yeah.
So I had a disc version at the time, and the digital was on crazy sale, and I didn't know why. So I bought it for me, bought it as a gift for him, and the day after it was delisted. So it's like we just got that in time. I would have been fine because I had the disc, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Delistings suck.
It's like I usually have a motto that if I can find it for the cheapest price anywhere, I like. You'll have those people that are just like, I want the physical collection, or I want to be the minimalist and have all digital. I'm both. Like if I see a game at EB for like $5, I'll pick it up, and then if it's digital at $5 later on, I'll do the trade, have access to it, and then just trade the disc back in.
That's exactly what I do. My physical collection is purely sales, like bargains that are just dirt cheap. EB Games or Big W sort of thing. They do good prices too.
I mean, if somebody sells like their whole 360 game, 360 collection, like a 50 games for like $100, I'll roll the dice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, a lot of the
360
time
games
it's
is
just-
pretty much all I'm buying physical.
Yeah.
Because if it's on Xbox One or whatever, I'm going to buy it digital.
Is there a way to know when the game is gonna get delisted?
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Depends on the publisher. It changes every single time.
There's
Sometimes you'll get lots of notice. Sometimes you'll be told it's going in an hour. Sometimes you won't get told at all.
Right. There's a few ways, without revealing how I know, because I'm being told by my mate that does it, I'm not allowed to say. The easiest way is to probably check the Steam page for the game, because if the game's getting delisted on Steam, you usually got like a week.
It's interesting.
Yeah, so usually checking other storefronts first if something's getting delisted there. The good developers and publishers that announce they're going to delist it, like, what do we have? Beyond Eyes had their contract come up with... Who was the publisher?
Yeah, I can't remember who that was.
I don't know. They didn't have a good working relationship, though, so they just
They
decided
chose
to...
not to.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, having that announcement so then the achievement community can jump on it. Like, there's other ones where you're just going to get unlucky. You're not going to be able to find out, but Steam would probably be the best thing to keep track of. But at the same time, if you don't know what you're looking for, it's very hard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep track of every game.
But if you're checking, like, I guess r/gaming on Reddit, somebody's just like, oh, this randomly went down, that would be the time to jump on it. Or, like, you know, Chief Fixes Discord and all that, TA Discord. Usually the best resource you're going to have is the achievement hunting community itself.
Yeah, hey, for sure.
We're all braggers. We're a community full of braggers. Somebody's going to pass the information on.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we just can't help ourselves sometimes, can we?
It might be the case of somebody going like, hey, 10, like, you know, I'm going to pick up 10 codes, wait for it to get delisted, and then I'll tell yous.
Yeah.
But I've seen cases of that. Rocker saying Aftercharge was a good instance of a delisting notice as well. I actually talked to the community manager. I think it was Laurent. When that happened, I was in a thing with him. I was just like giving him praise. It was such a good idea.
They were awesome about it, giving the game away to pretty much anyone who asked for it as well. They gave us as much of a shot as they possibly could.
I tried the same thing with Laser League before it got delisted, and no response, no email back. I'm pretty sure they knew. Like, you know, I saw the Aftercharge one. I'd already done it, but I had hit him up for a code for one of my friends, and I essentially just said, like, you know, people are going to buy Night Squad 2 because of this. They're not going to... You've turned this into a good news story, but, you know, I messaged Laser League trying to get a code for that, even though I didn't really want to do it, but at the same time it hit Game Pass, had left. And then I'm just like, I can't, you know, Aftercharge has set precedent. I don't really want to back somebody that's, you know, if there's good people in the community doing this and then there's ones that are just ignoring emails, yeah, I'm probably not going to go out and buy Early World at launch.
Yeah. Yeah, Chainsaw Games will get my money for future games now as well.
Yep. Very good company.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they were good.
I'm trying to think of any other ones that are... It's always the chance too, like with the games that are the online services. It's only a matter of time. Like, even... I have a feeling about Titanfall 1 in March, because apparently it's meant to be leaving EA Play in March. I'm pretty sure it's already been removed from the storefront.
Yeah, I thought they announced the server closure for that.
Have they?
Ages ago. Maybe they just announced the delisting.
I know that they announced the delisting, but I don't know if
maybe
they
it was
announced
that. Yeah. Maybe it was just the delisting.
Yeah. I feel like I need to jump on that, but yeah. Do we want to go through some of the free... actually, we'll go through the expensive ones. I hope Red and Chaptxr haven't cheated and looked up what the ones were.
No. I think I had an idea one, but I forgot now what you might have had.
All right. So there's one game that look, I'll go through the retail value. Sorry, not the retail value. I'll go through the estimated value as of August 2021. There are games on this list that Chin Doctor Kirby has made me aware of that are probably like a lot more rarer. But at the same time, like, this is the general community list. So the first one, in terms of like a treasured standard release, is worth 5,000 to 10,000.
Oh my god.
Anybody got it? Yeah, I'm gonna go off the high end first. Anybody got any guesses as to what it is?
Please say Shattered Dimensions. That would make my day right now.
I would
Like the most expensive Xbox 360.
Yeah, this is the most. I would dare say, based off this list, it is the hardest to find 360 title.
I think I know what it is.
Is
Collector's
it
edition?
something obscure, or is it something we actually have a real shot of guessing?
I don't think it's obscure, but I think it's more a like I can tell you right
Just
now
a
that
surprise.
I've never seen it in Australia.
Hannah Montana. I've been looking for it everywhere. Never seen it in Australia.
I think I might have Hannah Montana. I'm gonna have to.
And he's back in the game for Shattered Dimensions. Nice save.
Maybe it's Kirby that has it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a look into it.
I don't know. I
Alright.
can't hazard a guess. What's worth 5,000 to 10,000?
Yeah.
All right, my
yeah.
guess is Dead Space Collector Edition.
No, I'll get to the collector's editions later, but this is a standard release.
This is just
Oh.
a standard.
This is a
Oh.
standard game.
Okay.
I have no
not,
idea
not a
that.
special edition by
Alright.
any means, just a game.
I have no clue.
I'll give one hint. It is a sports title.
I figured it had to be sports because that's all I can find when I was googling it.
It has to be like an NCAA, like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
2014
not,
or
it's not going to
something
be
like
a
that.
Madden or
Okay.
anything like that.
Okay,
it has to be like college
okay.
sport.
I will tell you, NCAA Football 14 is second on the list.
Really?
Okay.
Going between for 80 to 150, and that was because it was the last. I think it was the last 360 edition that got released. I'm pretty sure it's well sought after because people can mod the game to have the newer teams in.
Oh wow.
I think when I was reading the other day, that was the case of it. But yeah, that was the last edition of it. NBA.
Just quickly checking out the prices on Gumtree for NCAA.
Good luck finding that in Australia. Jeez. NBA Elite 11 for 5,000 to 10,000.
I've never even heard of it.
All
That's
right.
insane.
What?
So
my God.
NBA Elite.
high-profile games that end up being cancelled always make for interesting stories, especially when the games ended up actually being printed, recalled, and eventually leaked. Everyone is looking for the next stadium games that has become one of the holy grails in NES collecting for the chance of a multi-$1,000 store. NBA Elite 11 was indeed cancelled near the end of its production run due to the last-minute discovery of some compromising bugs after advanced player testing, including one where the Chicago Bulls' Leo Adung almost never missed a shot from the left baseline. It seems that the EA did a pretty good job in halting the shipments of the game, but apparently at least a few copies of the game got leaked out into the public somehow. Way back in 2010, after the cancellation, somebody sold one copy of the PS3 version on eBay for $225. However, within a few years, things heated up considerably. In 2016, PS3 copies were selling for about $2,000 to $3,000, and a graded copy sold in the $10,000 range. In 2017, PS3 units sold for a little over $5,000 each.
That's insane.
If we've been
I
paying
don't know
attention,
if that counts.
we've only talked about the PS3 version so far. It wasn't until July of 2017 that the first authentic Xbox 360 versions of NBA Elite 11 surfaced for sale. Oddly enough, the eBay auction was for 5 copies of the game together, 3 Xbox 360 copies and 2 PS3 copies. The auction closed for $30,000.
They're sealed, right? Like it has to be sealed.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Ooh. I would assume sealed.
So does it count, though, as the most valuable if technically it never released?
I mean,
Yeah.
That would be like
it
if-
got printed though, and then immediately
Yeah.
recalled. Like, you do have
I
collectors.
still don't know if it counts.
You-
It's like finding a Boba Fett toy that has an orange leg and people sell it for $4 billion compared to the one with the normal colored leg. I don't know if it counts.
I mean, it happens. Like that's
yeah.
what collectors go for, though.
But collectors go for the rare items that are just like, they're the holy grails of collecting.
Yeah.
Second we mentioned is Ncaa Football 14, which goes to $80 to $150 or $130 to $350 sealed. I'm just trying to. Just recently, there was talks that EA might be producing an Ncaa football game, so that probably led to value increase as well. However, I will put this warning out there. These college sports game values could be a completely temporary supply and demand situation. Normally, we see rare and ultra-rare games in value over the years, especially in relation to the other rather low price point pre-nostalgia zone in the 360 is currently. My guess is these college sports games won't hold up in value over time unless there are no better installments produced. So this could be the case of they decide to do a new re-edition for the Xbox, and immediately there's no value to them anymore.
Sport games are weird though. Like they're either like mad expensive or like super fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Like I have so many of them, it's stupid, but they're all like worthless.
Like, I'm pretty sure I've picked up like all the FIFAs for like except for like the last 2 years for like 95 cents at the eBay sale.
Yeah, they're always $1 or $2, aren't they? The NBAs, the FIFAs.
It's just something that you can give to a mate because, like, realistically, they don't change that much year on year. It's just FIFA. It's just like you can easily put in something from like 2015 and be like, it's just a soccer game. Like, depending on what part of the world you are. I don't want to start a thing here.
Yeah, they're all the same to me.
Alright, third game down the list is also another sports title.
Of course.
360, it values at $55 to $185, and it is...
It'll be an NFL game.
No. It is $170 to $195 sealed. It is a sports title. It is EA. Do you want me to give you the year?
Sure.
Yeah.
2008.
That doesn't help us at all, really. I don't know why we said yes. We all said yes, like that will name the sport.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it? Is it a popular sport, or is it something random like lacrosse that they made once and it's just never been seen again?
It is a very popular sport.
EA 2008.
It is a 2K game.
2K ever made a tennis game?
No. You just want me to tell you?
Sure.
College basketball games have never had especially large print runs compared to their professional league peers, but the games do have a dedicated following. After the drought of college-based sports games, College Hoops 2K8 has remained being regarded as perhaps the best college basketball game of all time. Some even rank College Hoops 2K8 as one of the best sports games of all time. The Legacy mode in particular is a gold standard for those that want to be in the role of a general manager. This game players a lot of depth that made up for some rough edges in the actual gameplay experience. Many view it as more of a top-notch simulation game. There's also a strong enough community that current rosters are available to keep the game current for die-hard players. There you go. So a lot of these ones seem like just college.
I was going to say, is this list comprised of anything that's either not a college-based sport or sport in general? Are there real games in this list?
There's two other sport games in this list.
Of course there is.
One of them is another college game, which I'm just going to get out of the way right away. Ncaa Basketball 10, which is $45 to $150 or $130 to $185 sealed. This is most frequently regarded as to the second spot in the lineup in terms of best basketball games. I'll quickly put that one aside though. There are a few other games in this list. Going down next, I don't think anybody here's probably heard of this one. Chavo Cart.
Nope.
No. $73 to $105. Looks very cartoony by display art. It's not uncommon to see a Mario Kart inspired racer based on an animated series. I've never heard of. El Chavo Cart in particular is based on El Chavo Animado, a popular animated series in Spanish-speaking countries. The game is based on Unreal Engine and was brought to the 360 and PS3, in addition to a brief stint on Android. It was only originally released in a handful of South American countries. However, there are a few copies sold in the US as well, primarily in heavily Latin American populated markets such as Texas. It is said that there were about 5,000 units sold in the United States during its initial run. In years prior, you could pick it up in Mexico for an average of $5 to $10. Eventually, Mexican gamers started selling copies to their US-based friends, and more units started showing up on eBay and such. Yep.
El Chavo Cards.
El Chavo Cards. I'd never heard of before this list. The other stuff going down is a lot more... I'm a lot more aware of. Trying to think of how to introduce this next one. Alright, so this is a gold edition of a game, of a popular game, that is valued between $55 and $125, or $200 to $300 sealed. I don't know what I can say about this game without giving it away.
Try your best. You can do this.
It's the rarest non-Spiderman game.
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah. Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, Gold Edition, yes.
Yeah.
I've been looking for that. I want that DLC.
So Ultimate Alliance is the powerhouse of the superhero RPG that appeared on an impressive amount of platforms. The games was developed by Raven Software and was a follow-up to the X-Men Legend series. Game as a whole sold quite well, but these particular editions of the game included popular DLC content that was soon after discontinued on the digital marketplace. It was released in May 2007, included the DLC packs including a hero pack consisting of Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Hawkeye and the Hulk, and a villain pack which includes Magneto, Sabretooth, Venom and a playable Doctor Doom. The Gold Edition was then discontinued from the retail scene when the Platinum Hits version was released in September 2007. The good news is that the Platinum Edition also included the DLC packs. The bad news is that the Gold Edition and Platinum Hit discs are now the only way for new gamers to obtain these DLC packs.
I need to write down this Platinum Hits thing. I did not know about that.
I think... I don't know. I think Pluto's been hunching it for quite a few years. It said that it also included the DLC packs. It doesn't say whether they're codes or whether they're...
I wonder if the codes are still valid 15 years later.
There is some 360 titles that have still valid codes.
Yeah. Some, yeah, not many. I think it's more common for them to not have expiration, isn't it? Some do, most don't. I think is the trend.
I think so.
But if it's delisted on the store, like I know the Ultimate Alliance 2 DLC, I was looking into it since I got a copy this week. And I was looking at the DLC and you can't buy the DLC anymore, but if you buy the Gold Edition...
But you can redeem codes in some cases. Yeah. You can't buy...
But if you buy it used, it's obviously already... Like, the code is already used, right?
Which is why
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it depends
It
depends.
Sometimes, yeah. I'd say most of the time.
I guess.
It's hard because, like, you'll have the case scenarios where you might be buying, like, a Forza game and somebody hasn't redeemed a code inside the case. Which I think Forza Motorsport 4 had a DLC achievement. It was one of the early titles. I know that people were seeking that out. The problem is you have something like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. They're going to see a DLC pack and go like, oh, more characters to a already significantly large, series of characters. I'm just going to add to it. Because it's it's a more recognizable IP. People like having those kind of games with access to multiple characters. Whereas if it's an extra cast, like, not everybody's going to go out of their way. That's why,
or an extra skin for a gun or something, people might just leave it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna look for that.
That one,
good luck.
I'm pretty sure Professor Pluto's been looking for ages. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one to find. The next one is a collection of titles, which is valued at $65 to $90. It was a network bundle sold in 2009 as a value bundle that included free family-friendly Xbox 360 games. These are very common games, but the fact that it is in a collection for a good cause is the reason for its high retail value. Does anybody know what the charity is and what the games are that are included?
No idea of the charity. Is it an old outright game situation? Is it like someone who used to do the kids' games before outright dominated the license?
No, I wouldn't say so. Like, these are very popular IPs. I would say they're mediocre. One of them's like a horrible game, but the other one's a mediocre. Sorry, one of them's mediocre and one of them's a cult classic. Yeah.
Is Kung Fu Panda one of these games?
No, but I would be holding it in the same thought process. Like, you're not far off with DreamWorks animations.
DreamWorks, what else do they do? The dragon thing?
The dragon thing.
I don't know, don't they have some dragon?
How to Train Dragon?
Dragon?
No. Okay, Charlotte's got it. Shrek is one of the games. Shrek the Third is one of the games that was bundled in.
Oh, nice. I just got that as well.
That's why I was going with animation. One of them...
That's a triple pack?
It is a triple pack.
So like,
does it have Shrek 4 in there?
No, it's got Shrek 3. It's Shrek 3 is the only Shrek game in there.
Puss in Boots
What about-
technically isn't a Shrek game.
Puss in Boots is
in
not
there.
included in there.
Okay.
Is Madagascar in there?
No.
Ice Age.
No. Okay, Shrek the Third is the only DreamWorks animation game in there.
Okay.
The other two are relatively well-known IP. I would say one of them is a massively well-known IP.
Toy Story 3.
No. You want me to tell you?
There's three of them, right?
Yeah.
So we know Shrek.
All right. I'll give you a hint. I'm pretty sure massive IP originally had a horrible 2006 remake. 2006? 2008. I own it. I can tell you that much.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
What, the Son...
Yeah.
That took me forever to find as well. I've only just locked that bad boy down.
I do have that one.
I haven't played it.
So,
Right.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Shrek the Third, and Viva Pinata Party Animals was sold as a value
So
bundle.
random.
Yep. Was sold as a value bundle that not only offered free family-friendly Xbox 360 games for a retail price of $30, but had 100% of its net proceeds from sales donated to support Children's Miracle Network, an organization that raises funds for children's hospitals throughout North America.
That's pretty awesome.
Even though it was an admirable fundraiser, it seems that not a lot of people picked up the steal. However, these games included weren't exactly highly regarded. Even if there are a lot of discs floating around, there haven't been a lot of them that have surfaced in the aftermarket. They
should do more of that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, you've got a pretty good relationship with Outright Games, don't you, Tony?
Yeah.
They donated something to...
Yeah, just recently they participate. I forget the name of the charity, but yeah, they sent Xbox Series S's, I think, out to hospitals for sick kids and whatnot. Little arcade-style cabinet setup things.
You know what?
The
Like,
console and controllers built in. It was a good idea.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I would love just like a few of them floating around, even if it's a case of just the X screen. That's the attachment to the Xbox Series S now. Just a few of them. Just the screen, just the console. You know, two per hospital, rent them out to some sick kids. Something like that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I'm thinking back to like the N64, like the carts that used to drag in the hospitals. Like you just don't see that kind of stuff anymore. Next one, I'm just going to go straight off the bat, is the FIFA 19 revised cover with the free players. That values between $73 to $86.
Because they changed the cover.
Because they changed the cover. The original cover was the Rolando cover with $47 to $57. So the FIFA 19 Legacy Edition was the second to last release game for the Xbox 360, nearly 13 years after the Xbox 360's retail debut. The only game that was released later was Just Dance 2019, which only bet it by a month. FIFA is, of course, a very popular series, but the 360 was definitely on its last retail legs, so there wasn't a huge print run. The original release of the game featured Cristiano Ronaldo on the cover and in all the marketing pieces. However, just 5 months later, in February 2019, EA had decided to give the game a new cover. Did they establish why they did that?
I assume there was some sort of scandal tied to him then. I don't follow the sport at all, but
Yeah,
surely
I can't think
you
of
would
it
only
either.
remove your cover star if they've done something naughty.
While EA never alluded to the reasoning, Ronaldo was involved in some recent controversies, and perhaps they figured they shouldn't put all their eggs in one basket.
Isn't he like the main soccer dude?
Yeah, I would say he's probably like
Up there at least.
I mean, you could say like David Beckham and that kind of stuff, but I don't know how long he's
Yeah.
been in the sport and that now. But I would say like they would be the most recognizable names in the sport.
Yeah.
Correct me
He
if I'm
must have
wrong.
done something naughty.
Yeah. All right, I got a few more down the list. This next one is $45 to $95 and $120 to $165 sealed. It is a licensed movie game.
Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
No.
King Kong.
King Kong.
Yeah, that one is insane.
Yeah. Which is like a 8-hour completion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
6
that's
to
just
8
super
hours or
easy.
something.
Yeah, it's really short.
If you don't have it, Gumtree, Cameron, $5.
Gumtree, everything.
I'll send you some links. These games are flying around like crazy.
I was gonna
for
say
$5.
there's just like an underground market which I'm missing out on because I'm too busy looking for Rock Band 4 instruments.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Like I didn't even know where the Wild Things Are on 360 was a thing until the other day. Until
I didn't know that until now. Now I want it. How
I
much
it's
does that
on
go
the-
for?
I got it for $15 off eBay.
That's alright.
So I was
It's
just like,
still on the 360 marketplace. Shockingly, I had no idea. I was just looking.
yeah, for like $30 Australian.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
like
some of them are insane. Like Ratatouille, but it's like $20 here too, and it never goes on sale.
You should have picked it up in Games of Gold. Like I've
Was
got,
I
it
had no
games with
idea.
gold?
it was Games of
Ah.
Gold. I had
I don't know how I missed that.
I've got Ratatouille. I've got Bolt. I've got Toy Story 3.
Yeah, Bolt.
I think Brave is the only like Disney one that I was interested that I picked up with Games of Gold that I don't have physically.
Have that one.
I got lucky though. When I first moved to Bendigo, the Video Easy was closing down. I walked in
Nice.
there and just like, all right, all your ex-rental Xbox 360 games, I want them all. He's like, all right, I can work out a deal. I'm just like, I'll give you $200. Give me, I think it was like 60 titles. So I've got a lot of like ex-rental.
Not bad. Holy crap.
I've got what is it? The GeForce 3D, the rabbit.
Oh
The
yeah,
hamsters
I want that one.
in like an ex-rental case.
Yeah.
I got that yesterday or the day before. Don't know if you guys saw my latest finds,
GeForce.
but GeForce was in there. Yeah, I think it.
You know what?
I think it was that the 3D thingy, or
Yeah.
I think it was. It had like a cinema ticket in it or something.
The only thing I missed out of that was they didn't have the 3D glasses in it in the case.
I
just
didn't check
devastating.
if I have them.
I'm pretty sure they're meant to come with 3D glasses, which an
Yeah,
Xbox
probably.
360 title coming with 3D glasses is just crazy to think about for me.
Some of them were really cool though, like Green Lantern, Captain America,
I do
Super
have Green
Soldier
Lantern.
done that. Thor done it.
I've got Thor, but I don't have an official case.
There was another one. Thor, Green Lantern, Captain America, Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar the game.
I think I've got 2 copies of that. I'm trying to think of any other ones. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of like the Marvel properties like from earlier on that I still want to get my hands on. Like I haven't been able to find Captain America for less than 40. And I'm like, I'll chase the Spiderman before I chase the Captain America games. Or I'll play the Thor game beforehand.
3.
Alright, moving down the list. I'm pretty sure none of you guys will have heard this one other than me. $41 to $85, $125 sealed. This title and the cover presentation of this game kind of gives it off a budget game vibe to a lot of gamers. However, Import Tuna Challenge was actually the first main installment in the decade-running Shitoku Battle series of games known as Tokyo Extreme Racer in North America and Tokyo Highway Challenge in Europe, and was the last Genki-developed video game. Up until 2020, the game could often be found for $20 or less in Complete Edition, but collectors and racing enthusiasts have been on the hunt for this one in the sea of forgotten Xbox 360 gems. Have you ever heard of Import Tuna Challenge?
Never heard of it.
No. I saw it the other day and I was just like, that looks like the whole kind of Pimp My Ride cheap cover art. I'm gonna...
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Cover Todd just sends me a message just like, oh yeah, I've got that. Like if you want to borrow it, I'll lend it. I'm just like, alright, cool. Alright, so this next one is kind of cheating. It is a DLC that came out in a 360 case.
What do you mean it came out in a 360 case?
So
it came with the game in its case.
So it was it was a 360 case with just the code inside for the DLC.
It's a Telltale season pass of some sort.
No. It is the 5th and final add-on for a game. It is valued at $70 to $125. And I'm really kicking myself because when this first came out, I saw a ton of these copies.
Is it to do with either of the Force Unleashed games?
No.
Then I'm out. I'm out.
It is a very popular franchise. The game, the DLC would still be sold digitally today. I know that the game is backwards compatible, and I'm pretty sure it was given away at one point. It is not the Halo multiplayer map pack, but it is owned. It is owned by Xbox.
GTA? No, okay, never mind.
Fallout New Vegas.
Close.
Damn.
Do you want another guess?
That's all I had.
Fallout 3. Yeah. Fallout 3 DLC from Mothership Zeta.
So that was, I think New Vegas had 5 too. I was trying to think. I don't remember at the top of my head.
Mothership Zeta is the 5th and final add-on for Fallout 3, developed and published by Bethesda Softworks. In addition to being sold digitally, the DLC code was sold in a retail case that looks similar to the game. It's still selling in the above range 2 units in the last couple of months, so it hasn't let up yet, but there are definitely a lot of units still floating around. Apparently the collectability is high enough that the demand has raised the resale value up quite a bit. Some may consider this as part of the complete retail set, but is listed here separately because it's not technically a game's list.
Crazy. I think you can buy the DLC for like $2 off the Xbox store.
Yeah. So 70 to 125. I'm pretty sure, I want to say it had like an orange case. But I might just be thinking of like it has that 360 like game on adult content orange topper with the Xbox 360 underneath. You remember that the 360 codes had? I don't have an example in front of me.
It doesn't say something like that at the top of it.
No. For anybody in the chat that's watching the stream right now, like I do have the pictures of all the games that we have been going through. It does have the orange topper on the top of Fallout 3, just to give you an indication. I do have some other like ones that are cheaper values here that we'll just quickly go through. CNET Bright Lights Big Screen. The Canadian version is apparently hard to get because the cover is the exact same, but the game is in French. Have you ever seen any of them floating around, Chapters?
No.
No.
I'll keep my eyes open though.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Isn't that sort of like what was that game on PS2, like Buzz? Isn't it like that? Where you have the little
Yeah.
controllers, like a quiz show type thing.
Yep. I think it was like 3 games that came out in the series. No, I've got 2 sets of the controllers, I guess.
Yeah.
Japanese Xbox 360 exclusives. You got Mookie Mookie Porks Pink Sweets 180 to 300. Sakura Flamingo Archives 180 to 280. Under Defeat HD 159 to 170. Dudon Pachi Sada Ojo 130 to 190. Shooting 10th Anniversary 120 to 165. Ginger Force 90 to 170. And Rarest NOA Massive 80 to 160. I have never heard of any of those games.
I like the Secure Flamingo Archives. That sounds like it's going to have a tight plot. The narrative is going to be on point in that.
These are all Smumps 2D shooters, which are many are region free.
I've got some region-free games, and they don't work as good as advertised.
Additional North American Xbox 360 games of value. Operation Darkness, $48 to $115. Kai Katana, 36 to 90. Raiden Fights Aces, 40 to 85. Silent Hill Downpour, which I think I've got somewhere.
Yeah, me too.
33
I need that one.
Yeah, 33 to 88. Saw 2 Flesh and Blood, 40 to 79.
Also looking for that.
Same. That one is not easy to find.
I was going to say there was 2 Saw games, wasn't there, on the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently the first one wasn't bad.
First one's
I
not bad.
finished it. It wasn't bad.
I got Splatterhouse,
I got that.
which that was like the X rental, horrible case.
Got an itchy head. Where does this sit on the list? Off the top of my head,
That's
Yeah,
not.
this must be
Where's
valuable.
Spider-Man?
It's not in this list. There is a Spider-Man, but it is not the one you want. Splatterhouse is 40 to 77. Konami Classics Volume 1 with the Castlevania SOTN 34 to 80. King of Fighters 13 35 to 75. Blitz League 2 30 to 80. Naruto Broken Road 34 to 76. F1 2014 38 to 70. I imagine that's going like to... Oh no. F1 2014. I'm wondering why that's got so much value. League of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon 39 to 67. Death Smiles 35 to 68. Cabela's Big Game Hunter Pro Hunts 27 to 75. Raiden 40 to 66. I know Red will have this one too. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 goes for 30 to 70.
I wish I kept all those.
I've got most of them that I got from that video easy. Like that one's actually in a proper case too. And Spider-Man Web of Shadows 28 to 57. Which just
28 to 57.
This was last year and that's American.
That's the one that comes in my fun legit pack with like 3 games.
Yeah.
I need a case for it.
All right. Do we want to talk about collector's editions?
I want to talk about for a second that I saw a hint of green pop up on Red's screen over there. What are you holding on to, buddy?
Web of Shadows.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Does anybody want to take a stab at the rarest? I'll let you just throw out random guesses. The rarest editions in terms of collector's bundles and that.
Dead Space.
Dead Space is up top. 400 to 600 or $1,000 sealed.
What comes with it? Like one of the actual aliens or something that you can have as a pet?
It includes
$400.
an art book, a graphic novel, lithographs signed by the game's art director and executive producer. I'm guessing it must have had a production run of only 1,000 copies because they didn't think it was going to be the other success it turned into. So it's.
I hope they're gonna release a collector edition for the remake, or remaster, whatever.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty neat. What other?
Even though the collectors here in Canada's never come out. Like I've been looking for the Elden
Really?
Ring. Yeah, like I really wanted the Resident Evil Village. It's super limited. It's like Best Buy only, and it's super rare to get. Same thing with Elden Ring. I've been like on the lookout for Elden Ring, and there's nothing to do, man. It's
If Aussies want anything rare, it's either we have to go through EB Games, which is our version of GameStop, or there's pretty much nothing else. Or you're getting it imported, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg.
yeah.
What other ones do you reckon?
Not one of the Halo ones with the helmets.
None of the Halo ones are in there.
Because I don't know many of Collector's Edition.
Me either. I don't.
I mean, nothing with like figurines and stuff.
Don't
Effect.
You don't have to think just figurines too. You got to think of stuff like. I could say one thing and it's going to take off half the list, and we've already discussed it.
Remind
What
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's tick them off the list. So the Beatles Rock Band Special Value Edition retails at 180 to 220. Like this is American, 180 to 225. I've seen them go for like $500 here. Beatles Rock Band Limited Edition goes for 140 to 225. The Band Heroes Super Bundle goes from 135 to 200. The Rocksmith Guitar Bundle goes from 150 to 180. The Rock Band 2 Bundle goes from 120 to 160. I gotta say, for something that's not on the list, Rock Band 3 still fetches like around $100 here. And I got it for like $10 6 months ago.
Nice.
I'm so happy for that one. So they're all the music games off the list.
Were those like actual collector edition, or was that the edition that you buy the game
They-
and you get like a special guitar with it?
They call it collector's edition, but essentially it's the band in a box set, or like
They almost shouldn't count.
they almost shouldn't, but they do because it's on the list that I'm reading from.
Yeah.
There's stuff in here that is definitely legitimately like collectors. But you got to think at the same time, like if you got Rock Band or you got Guitar Hero, technically you're buying the game and then the accessories are the extra thing.
That's what I mean. Like if
Yeah.
you want to get into really like Guitar Hero and you didn't buy like I don't know Guitar Hero 2 or 3 or Rock Band or whatever, like
I mean, I don't
you
know
need
any.
an instrument, so
Yeah.
you may as well buy the game with the guitar. Like
I mean, I don't know anybody that's playing Guitar Hero on a controller. If they do, they're a madman.
yeah,
This guy,
they're-
Guitar Hero 3, Guitar Hero 2 on PS2, tear it up on a controller. I can't play the guitar.
I was gonna
But
say
I
you
can-
you doing Through the Fire and Flames on expert difficulty.
A
on
hell of a
guitar?
lot better on a controller than I can with anything on easy on a guitar.
Nuts. Does anybody have any guesses on the other collectors?
I'm
we
not
need a
really a
hint, though.
collector's guy. I'll need help, yeah.
All right, these ones don't have the descriptors to them. We talked about this game's DLC before.
Yeah, I figured Fallout was probably on there. Is that?
So Fallout 3
that's a good
Survival
one.
Edition,
Yeah,
250 to
that's
300. Some of these you won't get. Dragon Age Inquisitors Edition, 200 to 275. Kings of Amula Reckoning Signature Edition is 175 to 250. I've never heard of it actually having a collector's edition, so trying to think. We talked about this 360 game servers going down in March. Timefall,
Titanfall.
yeah, 150 to 200. Wait, is that? Okay, Kings of Amula Reckoning Collector's Edition and Signature Edition. There's two different types. 150 to 200 or 175 to 250. Saints Row the Third Platinum Pack, 135 to 175. I believe Saints Row 4 was the one that had the $1 million or $100,000 special edition.
Oh, that was crazy. Yeah.
What is it?
There's like a really crazy edition.
Yeah.
Saints Row 4 collectors.
For what game?
Saints Row 4. There we go. $1 million Saints Row 4 Special Edition includes a Lamborghini, plastic surgery, and trip to space.
Is it a real thing?
Yep. There was one available. I don't know if anybody bought it, but Virgin Galactic Space Flight, full-size replica, dubstep gun, hostage rescue experience, spy training, plastic surgery, personal shopper, 7 nights at the top royal suite at the Burj Al Arab Dubai, first class flights to Washington DC and Dubai, Lamborghini, a new Toyota Prius plus 1 year's insurance, and a year's supercar membership.
It's insane.
7 nights for 2 at the Jefferson
That's
Hotel
pretty cool,
in
though.
Washington. Like, it's obviously like, oh, we're just going to like do this one thing that's obviously just a promotional thing for a game.
Imagine if they got flooded with pre-orders. They're going to go out spending their profits on Lambos.
Shopping spree with a personal shopper to create the ultimate Planet Saints capsule wardrobe. Jeez. A full day of spy training. Yep. I think that's the most craziest one I've ever heard of. Going through the list. Crisis 2 Nano Edition, 110 to 155. Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Limited Edition, 100 to 150. Bioshock Infinite Ultimate Songbird Edition, 95 to 140, 155 sealed. And Destiny Ghost Edition for 100 and 120.
Is Lollipop Chainsaw in there?
No.
I think they had a collector edition, no? Because I remember seeing in Jon Snow room like a big ass Lollipop Chainsaw box. I never looked it up.
So
But
Valentine edition. There's a PS3 one that I got sent 810. But I'm seeing cheaper ones, I'm pretty sure. What else? 160, 200, 810 was the premium box. What's in the premium box? Trying to find out any information about it. This game includes the Japanese version. I feel like I should end up on the list just looking this up. Just based on how revealing it looks.
oh, maybe. Because it's called Lollipop Chainsaw Oversized Press Only Edition.
Of course.
I love when they have like funny names like that.
Digital contents discs were filled with dream collaboration, not only materials used for in-game promotion. Japanese American Image Girl taken down for its time. Snapshots of the Twitter Tail Association. I don't know what I'm reading. It just... I'm just going to close that up. I saw some interesting images there on an eBay listing. I'm just going to leave it there. It was a screen cap of a guy's face to her ass on an eBay listing. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. That's a little bit too much there. Jeez, I don't know. You tell me how collectible Lollipop Chainsaw is. I've only got the standard edition.
Yeah, the standard.
Jeez. Yeah,
it's a good game. I got it sealed right now in my room, and I don't want to open it, but I want to finish it.
It's so good. I did that before
I like it.
1 mil. Yeah, it's so good.
I don't know if it's in Game Pass. I think I have started before, and I think the only achievement.
Lollipop Chainsaw? It's not even back compat.
No, yeah.
I might be thinking Nier Automata. Because you know those achievements where it's just like looking up a dress.
Yeah.
And we have to do them because we're getting completions, right?
Yeah, that's our job. That's what we do.
Dirty developers.
Yeah.
Putting us on a road of sin. Anyway. Anybody got any more statements before I get into the questions?
No, I'm trying to think of other kind of editions. I think the only one that I can think of is the Lego one. It was Lego Dimensions.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not a
the-
collector edition, but
The DLC content is a pain in the ass to find.
it's. I mean, I'm. You guys know I'm going for the Lego series completion, and like those goals are mine, you know. So for me, I'm gonna do like the base. I'm gonna be happy with base game. Like for the Lego games, I'm gonna do the DLC that I want, but I'm not gonna pay like crazy price for the dimensions,
See,
character packs, and everything because they go for $100 on eBay.
It's
mental.
Yeah,
it's frustrating
stupid.
because like I've got the Starlink edition. I know the digital edition you can play everything normally as well. Like they should have done it like that and just had digital.
Yeah.
But
I'm just happy I can get the base game completion though.
yeah,
That's all that matters to me. I missed it. It's fine.
it's one of those things that even if you got the I guess the discs, like you don't really need the collectibles for it, or you just need to find somebody that actually has the collection that will let you borrow it.
Yeah, but I mean, to play, you still need like, to play in the base characters, but
Yeah.
they still the game with like you can't do anything with the game alone.
Yeah.
But
Damn it.
I mean, I found it on Amazon. It was sealed for like $40 or something, so I was happy to pay
Yeah.
that price.
That's not too bad then. All right. Admiral asked a question: what is the rarest delisted game in your collection? And if it has a physical version, how hard, expensive do you think it would be to reacquire?
You set yourself up for that. X Game 360, baby, double pack. You don't work on an Xbox One or an Xbox 360.
Jesus.
God. We'll get serious now. Sorry.
In
Had
all honesty, I would say, personally for me, my favorite one, that if I lost, I would be very pissed about would be Rock Band 2 or Rock Band 3. And Rock Band 3, I'm still a bit like on the fence because there's 2 achievements that are partially unobtainable. Which the rest of the series is completable. It's just
Give me
trying
this.
to.
What's the rundown on this partially? Is it or is it not?
All right, so
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
That's more like it.
what? I don't know what just happened. Anyway, Matt accidentally pressed the button. I'm guessing.
He's possibly been contacted by the people at X Game 360, and they're not happy about
Just
your
cut the stream.
brand
Cut the stream.
Yeah,
being thrown around so
right.
much.
So every game in the Rock Band series is completable, I believe, except for Rock Band 3, where there is a partially unobtainable achievement due to DLC being inaccessible.
Right.
But I mean, if somebody has access to the DLC, you can still pop the achievement. You just got to complete the
Right.
song. There is also one that's much more frustrating, where it is link your account to a website. The website is no longer available, but if you previously linked it to the website, you can still get the achievement.
That's annoying.
Yeah. And they've been asked a few times about putting it back up, and Rock Band's just essentially like, hey, it's like, we're working on other stuff.
See, again, it's one of those things like, why can't they just do it even for like a month? Like, just a really short-term thing and be like, hey, guys, you achievement hunters out there, here's your shot.
exactly.
That's the best we can do.
I don't know why people don't future-proof this and go like, all right, well, if the website's going to go down in the future, why not just make that action of pressing the account linking code on the console trigger the achievement?
Well, I still think the achievement side of things is still very overlooked by most.
100%.
Is a large part of it. They think it sounds like a cool, fun idea to drive some traffic to this website, I suppose. They don't think about one day when the website's gone. Who cares?
I mean, there's better way to get metrics out of your games though. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the smart developers and the smart publishers use their achievement list in such a way that they use that percentage of unlock to go, all right, well, maybe 50% of our players dropped out in Chapter 5 in the game. What's going on in Chapter 5? Was there a story beat that people weren't just clicking with? Was there, was it offensive? Like, doing that further probing. Like, achievements can be a wonderful resource to actually investigate a game and to kind of get ideas about, like, what your audience is experiencing. But at the same time, there are those ones that just put them in and that just don't care about them. They're just ticking a box for Xbox and Microsoft, trying to pass certification.
I wonder if they do that for Telltale. Like, if you look up the achievements, like the DLCs, like, people don't finish the game.
It's crazy,
Like
isn't it? All you literally have to do is just... It plays itself pretty much. And the number of people that haven't finished a single episode or something is crazy.
You gotta think at the same time, though, you had... let's take, Walking Dead Season 1, for example. That was in Game Pass, or still is in Game Pass, I believe. No, actually,
Yeah.
The first episode is free.
Yeah. So the first episode will be free, which will already have, a large base jumping on that. You could then say, alright, people didn't gel after the first episode, they dropped off, and then going in episode by episode. Like, it wouldn't be strange to have something like, obviously 100% of people are going to unlock that first achievement if it's in the sequence of The Walking Dead Season 1. Getting to the very end, though, you might have like 50% of your players left. They might just not gel with the walking simulation of the game. They might have completely thought it was something else different. They might have watched the TV show and gone,
That's fine with episode 1 though, but what about like episode 2? Like they've made a conscious decision to either pay for that episode individually when they were releasing periodically, or they bought the season pass or whatever. Surely the same person that started episode 2 would at least finish episode 2.
Yeah, I mean, people can get distracted midway through. Games can come out that we're more interested in. You also have
Hour and a half.
I mean, not everybody's an achievement hunter.
No, but just to finish, like the Walking Dead's kind of a perfect example. It's literally minimalist interaction. Spend an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you're going to be through the episode without having to really do anything or even look for an achievement.
You gotta look at it though, and just the outside lens of not everybody is going to be an achievement hunter.
But
No,
if
but
you look at the
need an
stats
achievement
on TA,
to finish the episode, is what I mean.
Okay.
because for me, I mean, you can see like the numbers on TA. Like, obviously, if you're registered on your achievements, I'm gonna consider you an achievement hunter.
But it's not always the case though, because you'll have people signing up to TA that might just be checking the list for the year. Like, they got massive traffic over the year in review last year or the year before, and I'm pretty sure that's why the servers and that got redone to handle all the inflow of traffic. Like, your better indication is going to be going off Xbox directly, because your Xbox stats of how many people are unlocked said achievement is going to be different from your TA stats.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be dependent on how many people are registered. They're not, to the best of my belief, they're not pulling that information off Xbox. They're doing their own calculations.
Is there a way to see on the Xbox 360? Because obviously on the Xbox One, you can see like the percentage, but there's no such thing on the 360.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think so as well. I think it's going to be a case of its Xbox One infrastructure forward. You're not going to be able to do it backwards compat games. You're not going to be able to do it with anything that's released on Xbox 360.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think outside of that if there is a way.
But I know that on TA you can see like people on the website and people like on Xbox, even for 360 games.
I mean,
But I think it's
I mean,
it's the amount
depending-
of players.
depending on your coding and what kind of game you are too, I believe there would be other ways to track it. Like, a multiplayer experience will have like stats of how many games played and all that is server side. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to pull that information and track metrics off that, but it would be less. I would say it would be less customer facing. It would be more background information for the developer itself to make those conscious decisions. but I'm trying to think of an example of that, and I can't think of anything that comes to mind. Like, is a like achievement hunters and that, it's perfect for us to be able to identify like what's gelling with people and what's not, and good for developers as well. But at the same time, they're gonna have other ways to track those metrics. But yeah, I feel like this got way off topic though. Of like, what is the rarest delisted game?
Oh yeah. Alright, it's my turn. Alright, for me it's Edge of Time, especially since I have 2 copies.
Crazy.
By the way,
Crazy.
big shout out. Sorry, big shout out to all the people that I scammed on Marketplace, like people who don't know the values of games. Like, big shout out to those people. But yeah, that's pretty much. I think that's my rarest game. I was looking at like the values.
Do you guys like watch any like YouTube channels and that do like retro collecting or anything? I don't know. Like, do you guys have any interest? Like, I love the feeling of going to like a shop and trying to get something on the cheap, like something that's hard to find. Like, the fact that nobody knows what this is without me explaining, I feel good about. But yeah,
There's so many Xbox accessories. It's hard to keep up.
what about the
Like I learn something new every day. Like that we were talking earlier about the U Draw. Is that what it's called? Like the drawing game.
I
Like,
can't find my one.
I really want to get my hands on that, and I just learned about it like last year, I think.
like
They're super cheap over here.
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen they're like $15 for the tablet, and maybe like 20 for that in a game. Like, it's super cheap over here.
Problem with the achievement hunting community is like a lot of the games have unobtainables and that. Oh, not unobtainable, discontinues in them, because there is achievements that are like server side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You keep going on. I'm pretty sure I've got mine behind me.
I only brought mine for the Marvel game, the Cosmic Comic Combat, or whatever it was called.
Are you planning on completing the Marvel series at all, Dan?
Yes.
Like, is that
apart
something?
Apart from Legos, I'm not interested in the Legos completion-wise just yet. Yeah, that tablet's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to complete them all as much as I can. Like Ultimate Alliance, for instance, I'm never going to find that DLC, so I'll take base game completion. I'll be able to complete every Marvel game, I think, on the 360 base game-wise. I don't think there's any unobtainables to worry about. I think.
No.
I've
You have that
tracked down
Kinect game that you were talking about?
that one. No, the Battle for Earth or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I don't think that's got unobtainables.
But do you own the game?
No, I need to find it.
Okay.
It's like $40 or $50 here, so it's not terribly expensive. I'm just not going to buy it until I'm ready to play it.
Yeah, I get that.
For that one. But yeah, I want to complete them all, and then I'll do the Legos another time.
Does anybody know what that is?
That is is it a hard drive transfer cable? I do not know what that is.
That is that is the TV tuner for the Xbox One experience.
Does anybody
Oh,
want
that's
that?
Xbox One.
I've got just random stuff. It's like when you could
That is
control the Xbox One guide through the TV guide and all that through it. They used to have the tuners, and then they removed it like 2 years ago.
Did you buy it because you needed it?
I bought it because I was using my Xbox One heaps, and it just made sense to just use that. But they never really fully supported it. I was going to say the rarest thing that I haven't been able to come across that would have launched around the PS2, Xbox, like late, and then early Xbox 360. When I was doing the GPN stuff, they were talking about doing a retro podcast delving into like some of the rarer accessories. There was a gamer size like accessory, which is like an exercise bike that you would plug in and use with your 360.
Yes, I heard about that.
I've never
You know,
seen one in
something
the
you're
wild.
plugging into your yeah. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool though.
Like I've never seen one in the wild, and I don't think I'll ever see one. But you guys seen
Maybe
it?
like randomly in a garage sale or something.
Yeah.
You just find it random.
Yeah.
Like I have a Kinect that you can plug in USB. If the Series X actually supported it, I could get it to work. But it doesn't, so it's just Xbox One only, unfortunately. Anyway,
Is the Xbox One Connect hard to find?
I wouldn't. I think you can still get it from EB Games.
All right.
I think I haven't checked for a while, but I've got two, so I don't really need to get another one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many Kinect games for the Xbox One, right?
I think
Yeah,
most of them are
the-
digital.
I can't
Right.
remember either.
I mean,
I don't really see them.
I would say yes, but not natively Connect. Like, you got to think when the original games came out, Forza Motorsport 5, Rise, Dead Rising 3 all had Connect functionality. Like, Rise had like implemented quite a bit. It was one of those things that developers had to work around, though. It wasn't... the only games that I can think of is like you've got your what is it, that the block breaking one for Connect. You got like a few titles like that, but you got nothing serious other than Fighter Within would probably be the biggest one that I've seen with a physical edition. You've got, I mean, Just Dance and that. Like games that would, you know, use it. But most of them outside of that are just digital only purchases. Oh, and it's not Just Dance. Dance Central.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because I wasn't there for the release of Xbox One. Like I was really late to the party. I kept my Xbox 360 for a long time. But if I remember correctly, when the Xbox One released, it came with the Kinect, right? So, like, what games would they market it?
It
with?
came with the Kinect. I don't really think there was anything that really like the Xbox One was marketed as a central experience. Like it was like, you know, snap things on, watch TV while you're gaming, that kind of stuff. Like the idea never really sold on. And then like in
The gaming aspect of it sort of wasn't the main focus, was it?
Yeah.
For the Kinect.
Which is weird. Like everything with the Xbox One has come true in some regard. It's just they were too early with it. Like you think of it now, like think back to, you know, nearly a decade ago, we didn't have like the Google Minis in our houses, the Alexas, that kind of stuff. That was like really the first one. And it was just before its time.
Yeah, that's true.
Now I've got like two of the Google the Minis in the house. I've got like one of the things that I use for my cooking recipes. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would at least have one in their house.
What is a Google Mini?
Like, you know, the little speaker? Like the voice activated.
What does it do? Just play music.
Play music. Hey Google, what's the weather going to be today? You know, it's just like a home kind of accessory. You can do a lot of things with them.
Cloudy, with a high of 93 and a low of 67. Currently, it's 82 and partly cloudy.
I knew
That's
that was
great.
going to
Nice work.
I knew that was going to happen. But, you know, like, you can do that. You can... you've got, like, the light ones that have the sensors now. You can use it to control your lights. I used to have a routine at my old house. Just like, hey, turn on the lights. And everything would connect. And then when I'm leaving, hey, turn off the lights.
Can you say that a little bit louder and clearer? I want to see if it does that.
I don't have them set up at the moment. I haven't.
Okay.
I've got a
Next
really high ceiling in this place, and I can't reach it. Just not bothered.
It's worth a shot.
But yeah, it's a like Alexa kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, like Xbox realistically did it first. The Kinect technology is still really good, but it was just that thing. People didn't want the Kinect bundled in with their Xbox One experience. They wanted the console to play games. Why would you go out and why would you increase the value of this console by probably like $100, bundling in this accessory that I don't want?
But I mean, still today, I don't think it would work with an Xbox. Like personally, I don't own any of those like Alexa, Mini, whatever. I don't need it.
You can use
I don't care. I
can
don't care
use
for
it though. You can use the Alexa in the Chrome I'm pretty sure in the settings.
But I mean, like if Xbox made their own like today,
Oh yeah.
I would not care for it. Like okay, like Cortana, open my Xbox. Like okay, I'm just gonna press on my controller and like I don't know what else it would do.
The
I
thing
never saw the use of it.
The thing is, though, stuff that not necessarily might not be for us is good for other people. Like you will have those people that accessibility options. Like accessibility is such a good thing to be thinking about if you're a developer, and especially if you're Microsoft. Like I can't think of any advancement that is as good as the accessibility controller.
Yeah.
Because that works on, it doesn't just work on Xbox. You can use it on any platform, I'm pretty sure, and it has so many uses. Like, it's so adaptable. It's expensive, but, I mean, at the end of it, it's allowing people that didn't have those options to game accessibility to actually get into games.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. I like the controller and the fact, like, just like you said, like those people who before could not play a game because of the controller and the whatever disability they have, now they can because of the controller. Super cool.
Like,
but if the voice thingy can help them as well, then go for it. But like, don't include it with the console and force us to pay for it. Like, I'm not gonna use it. Same like VR. Like, I'm super happy that Xbox is not going with the VR route yet.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm not.
We never know the metaverse and all that stuff that's coming up. But yeah, let's cross our finger and
the metaverse.
Hope they're gonna stick with. They're gonna stick with gaming.
Like I find it interesting. Like the Xbox One experience was good at launch too, but it was just like we don't really need the Kinect. It's like I don't think I ever did like a Skype call with any of my mates through it, as they pushed in some of their ad campaigns. But at the same time, like if they launched like a Kinect accessory now, I wouldn't be mad about it.
But would it work?
Yeah.
Would people buy it though? Like
because it's one of those cases like comparing it to Windows Phone, for example. I got a Windows Phone right about when they launched. I love Windows Phone. I thought they were the best things ever. Problem compared to iOS and Android is there was no developer support at all. You wanted to get like apps and that on the phone, just like you had Apple or Android. That were your options. Even though like I wanted the Windows Phone to, play achievements on the go, have the Office suite, all that kind of stuff, it just wasn't supported. It was disappointing, but I still think it was like one of the best phones that was available in the market at that time.
Yeah.
Like you had the Gorilla Glass on, I think the Lumia is what I had. You drop it from like, way up in the air, nothing. You'd get a scratch, if that. Like phone was like, I mean Nokia. You just think of Nokia as like a phone that's going to be difficult to break.
Yeah.
Nokia 2280. You could drop a nuke on that thing.
Just like baseball.
Yeah.
Hit it and it would survive. But
you just sneeze on an iPhone and it shatters.
Yeah. Like even to the point that they've got the glass backgrounds and that now. I see so many, like back when I worked in fast food, see so many like 15-year-olds bring in their iPhones and that, and they're just like smashed to bits. It's like I don't know how people can do that. Like it hurts my soul. But anyway, gone way off topic. Yeah. Is there any other like rare games in your collection that you'd struggle to replace?
I think just these Spider-Mans for me, they've been a nightmare to find, but I've gotten lucky price-wise with most of them. Have just been people selling games, not knowing the value.
Okay, so if I wasn't to rebuy them, are you gonna like hold on to them and let them collect value for a while, or are you gonna try and sell
I'm
them
not
now,
interested in them having value.
Yeah.
All of my 360 games, I will somehow move along.
Yeah.
Other than maybe a select few that I want to keep forever. Like I've brought just recently, I've got Shrek and Ice Age and some of those. I don't want to keep them. The Smurfs too. I'll play them, move them on.
Yeah.
I'll keep some like that aren't backwards compatible.
Like I've got like 5 copies of Guitar Hero 3 that I'm never gonna sell on just because it's like if one of those discs breaks, I know I could probably get it for like $5-10 with somebody, but I don't want to take the chance.
I don't really have anything like that. My 360 games have just been either bargain situations where there's one game in a bundle that the seller doesn't want to separate, so you end up with some games that you don't need just for the sake of one.
Yeah.
My collection will largely move on once it's been completed. I'll keep things like Madagascar and stuff for the kids.
Yeah.
And whatnot, but most of my collection will move on, apart from Marvel games mostly.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head of what I've got, Marvel games or just things that aren't backwards compatible.
Yeah.
So other than like Spider-Man games, like is there any sets that you're trying to complete, or you just don't really care for that stuff?
No, I'm not too fussed about that stuff. I just like the Marvel thing is I just want to complete them all, not for the sake of completing the set. It's just they're a group of games that I happen to want to complete all of them anyway.
It's more about getting to completion to you than actually having a complete set.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the individual pieces than having the set overall sort of thing.
It's like the same with me when it comes to Forza Horizon. I've still got the 1 and 2 copies of the 360. As soon as I get those last 3 achievements I need, I'm probably just going to get rid of sell the games on. Because I don't need them. I might get like I might go out and get like a really nice Matchbox kind of car just to represent that I've got a serious completion and put it on a shelf somewhere. But that's essentially going to be it.
I'll never sell this. For obvious reasons.
I love it.
It just never gets old. Like, it's just so good. Imagine being me and you wake up every day and you see this sitting on the shelf. It's just, it never gets old. It's so good. Don't have to go to the bathroom to check out the mirror. Yeah, paper thin.
X Game 360 titles.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Alright. I found an article on it. The X Game 360 is a Famiclone believed to be manufactured by AV&T. The appearance of the X Game 360 is very similar to the PX3600. It has 2 buttons at the front and one along the side with a fake disk drive with the words X Game 360. Inside is a cartridge slot that only works for Famicom cartridges. The controller used is similar to the PX3600 but not identical, since it's thicker, uses circular buttons instead of the original more triangular ones, and is made of a different color to match the console. It comes with a gun accessory. That's
so is there an actual console?
Though?
It's weird. It's telling me like this one is cartridges, not disc.
Cartridges.
That's extra rare. Let's go.
So I've got like a collector's score. Yeah. It probably goes straight on your criminal record. Straight to the FBI database.
No, I can't find the.
I was really hoping for a console though, kind of like the Soulja Boy console or something like that.
Oh yeah.
God.
Jeez.
X Game 360.
I'm just trying to think I'm trying to picture like an ad campaign, like a marketing campaign for one of these Raid consoles.
We should make one. We should all come together.
Just
We can make it happen. I've got 2 launch titles right here.
Oh, it's the kind of thing you want to see like them do. Like technically the Xbox 360 is a retro console now. A game console that is more than 15 years old is a retro console. Just there's so many. Like I'm just trying to think of like the poor like third world country kind of like marketing for it. Like poorly lit background, just somebody in the basement just going like, get it. No, anyway. Oh dear, this has been interesting.
Yeah. What about you, Red? What is your most expensive game? Like in your collection, like price
Oh, man.
wise.
Probably Web of Shadows or Shattered Dimensions. Yeah.
That's the one you got for $5, right?
Yeah, I got them both for $5.
Oh, both of them for $5. Okay.
Yeah,
See,
one. came with the
everyone got a good
360.
deal on the Spider-Man games.
Found this too.
Oh.
I missed out on it when it was in EA Play. Shadows of the Damned.
I started playing it because it was leaving Game Pass, and
Oh, nice.
I need to redo a playthrough of it to complete it, and I found a copy, and I paid like $40 for it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
it's
really,
insane.
really wanted it, so I was happy to pay $40 for a copy, but I have it too. It's
So-
up there in my list of the most valuable games for sure.
I got so many games down there that I'm like, I don't know if there's something hidden there that actually does have value. Like, I dare say that none of you would have the Season 1 copy of Sesame Street for Kinect.
No.
No. Definitely not.
Essentially, that is just watching episodes of Sesame Street for achievements.
Damn, I wish I had that.
Yeah, I kind of want it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab it. You just keep talking.
That's how you you make games wanted achievements.
Yeah, we're seeing that now more than ever, aren't we? Look at that. There's a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
There's Xbox 360 though, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some interesting ones in there.
Are all the Kinect games purple? Like the case is purple, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's weird because like Kung Fu 1, for example, has a standard like 360 case, but Kung Fu 2 has Kinect functionality, so it has a purple case. And it always trips me up when I'm looking through my collection, going from like the green to the purple because I want to bundle them together,
Yeah.
but it's like I put all my Kinect ones to the side. Anyway.
Because I'm not sure, but I think I saw like a Mass Effect 3 with a purple case. Maybe I'm mistaken, but maybe.
Because
I know it has like Kinect functionality, whatever, and but I don't remember if it has a purple case or not.
like having a look right now through my Kinect games, I've got like Just Dance.
I feel like it did
Rabbits.
too.
Yeah. Get Fit with Mel B.
Have you got fit with Mel B yet?
No. I'm pretty sure I got the is it Zumba Fitness? Got the Xbox One
Yeah.
copy of that started on Connect. Oh dear.
Finish it.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I was gonna say finish the completion.
You know what? Like
Yeah.
talking about Connect games, I said last year with the podcast I was going to start doing Shape Up. The week after I said that, the servers went offline. Like with no warning. And I'm
Wow.
just like no motivation to do it now. 'Cause it's like 48 weeks straight of hitting weekly challenges, which I can do, but like it's a pain in the ass.
Are all those like physical Kinect games like need servers to be open to play them?
I don't think all of them. I think there are some that I think the 360 ones are pretty safe, except for all like the Just Dance ones. You've got the Kinect. What is it? The training one. Is it Xbox Fitness? Their servers went down like 2014, 2015. No, wait.
But what are the servers for? Is there like some kind of leaderboard? Like,
Like
why do you
some-
need to be online to play those games?
There was some kind of tracking for it. Xbox Fitness. It was... Because this is going way back. So Xbox Fitness has 31 discontinued achievements. Ranging... It was tracking for the... It's tracking for essentially a lot of things. Like getting stamp cards, which was like you do a workout, it would stamp a card for you, and then that would be like the tracking for the game. Scoring 1 million points, completing 1,000 drills, must have all been server side. There's quite a few that I was missing from it before it got discontinued, and I think this was when I was on my Destiny grind, so I didn't really worry about it.
That's something I really hate about going back now to Xbox 360 games. Like going through the list, and I always check the achievements before I start a game, and I want to start a game. I think it was a game called Fuse, I think it was called. It looks really cool, but you look into it and it's unobtainable. Or if I want to go back to like Skate 1, which is a game I love and I would love to complete it, but servers are closed.
There is one friend on my list that has every achievement in Xbox Fitness, and it's sniped by a girl who is the Game Pass winner for Canada, for Hall of Fame.
Yeah, she's up there in Canada. Gamer.
Yep. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. Enough talk about Connect Fitness games.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the game that we chose to talk about?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Our most valuable game in the connection.
A little
collection.
hidden gem from our collection.
Do you?
I'm trying to think what one stands out the most to me.
Because mine is sentimental value, like not price. I mean, it's kind of pricey too, but it's mostly...
The most sentimental to me will be Forza Horizon 2 360 when I complete it, because I've got the 2 achievements to go, and the Rivals achievement is a pain in the ass. That's still... I think I bought that for like $40 Australian. So it's not that pricey, but at the same time I don't see a lot of them going around. What about you guys?
Chapter's ready to talk about his by the sound of it. Let's let him go. Let him loose.
He's
Let
on
the
the
leash
edge of
off.
This one.
Same.
side.
Yep.
You chose this
Man,
one
I wish
too?
I still had that.
Oh,
Sick
dude.
game.
All right. So the reason why it's really important to me, I spend so many hours in that game. It's, oh,
Oh my god.
I spent so many hours on SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
I
great
used to be
games.
a big wrestling fan. Like me and my brothers would watch WWE, and it was a little bit boring since back then I didn't speak English, so I didn't know
Represent.
about the story and everything. It was just kind of funny to just watch and don't know what's really going on. Like, why this guy mad at this guy?
Why they're screaming at each other?
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, they're fighting. But yeah, and I'm really happy because Red posted about wanting to complete that game, and I was looking at the list. I remember talking to Dane about it. I was like, "Hey, dude, do you have SmackDown vs. Raw 2007? Because it has online achievements." Pretty crazy that these servers are still open though.
It's crazy
That's-
because some of the WWE game servers are dead. Although I think they're the 2K ones. Been switched offline. I think all the SmackDown vs. Raws are still kicking.
Yeah, I honestly think that 2K like to do the whole
They encourage you to buy the new one by keeping
Just
them
like-
alive for 2 years or whatever.
yeah, hey, the achievements are gonna go down. Buy it before you miss out.
I'm wondering if the 360 ones are like peer to peer or something, because for somehow they're still up.
See, I could never find a game in my growing up in New Zealand and then here in Australia. I've never ever been able to find a SmackDown vs. Raw online game ever. So I just assumed they were dead from the get-go. I've never ever been able to find a game online.
I mean, maybe they were. I don't remember playing online. Like, I played on release. I remember, like in 2007.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
I was
maybe
playing
I didn't
these at
have
launch and they never came. I could never.
Yeah.
Find a game.
No, I think I remember trying to, and I don't know if it was the servers or whatever, but hopefully, let's not jinx it, but hopefully
It's gonna
boosting
go-
with
it-
Red is gonna work.
I'm sorry, it's my fault if the servers go down tomorrow, judging the week I've had. Like,
That's why I kind of want to hurry up and finish it, not jinx it. Same thing with SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, which we are planning on finding people. So if anyone listening is trying to complete SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, hit one of us because we're looking for people.
I've got 2008, I've got 2010. I'm not sure about Was there a 2009 game?
Yes, there was.
Okay.
I think I have that
I
one.
might have it. But I've got, going down the list, I've got WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I've got 2K19 because I started that for the Game Pass stuff.
Yeah.
2K17 was Games of Gold, I believe.
If it has Stone Cold
16.
on the cover, yeah.
Was it
one of them.
2008 you needed to play, guys?
Yeah.
We need, 5 people? 4?
Yeah, there's some like dumb achievement, defend a custom belt against 5 people in 24 hours. I've never heard of an achievement doing that in my life.
I can get one for $11, free postage, here in 3 days.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
Let's get that right now.
Raw 11 has one discontinued achievement.
Which one?
Raw 11. SmackDown vs. Raw 11.
Oh. I thought they stopped having online achievements after 2008. Because I know 2009 doesn't have any online achievements.
It has one discontinued achievement, which is uploading at least one item of created content to each category of community creations.
Yeah, I don't have that one either.
I don't think I've ever seen the case for 11.
Is it because the servers are closed?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
imagine. I can't see any of that.
So the older games are fine, but not the newest ones.
One discontinued. 2 online
I think
games.
you can still play the matches, but the community creations is down on them. I think that's why. Because like Win a Royal Rumble online isn't discontinued on it.
Okay. That's another thing that they should do, like a special weekend or a special week, and just open the servers for achievement hunters to finish it.
Yes,
12 has 3 discontinued achievements, and 13 has 7 discontinued achievements.
I'm missing 3 achievements for 13. I would pay to turn those servers back on, man.
I honestly reckon like there should be some kind of option for like if servers are going down for people just to buy them. To bring them back up. Anyway. I don't know how that would work, but like 2K16, 6 discontinued and 1 partly discontinued. But I mean it is 2K, so makes sense.
That's what they do.
It's what 2K is famous for.
Yeah.
Makes me want to try and finish 20. Train wreck that was. Either
Oh
you guys have got that.
God, I finished it. I had to play the campaign 3 times for 1 achievement.
Jeez.
Crap game.
I had to replay the campaign before the final match. It just would not register. I haven't been bothered.
Prelude 17 was a pain in the ass. Mainly because of the what is it? The unobtainable. They did that whole like the game is free to build up hype for 2K17, and then unobtainable achievement.
Really? I'm pretty sure I got completion on that.
Thought it was that one, unless I'm thinking of another one. What is it?
I did one of those free NBA ones, but I can't remember which one it was.
I'm trying to think which one it is now. Maybe I'm
In
thinking
2K17. Oh, it has 8 discontinued achievements now.
I'm thinking of something that had Prelude in the name that had unattainable.
According to True Achievements, Prelude is only in the title for that NBA game.
What am I thinking of then? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I've got 8 of the achievements I'm missing 2, which have been discontinued. Anyway.
That's what sucks about like the hunting It's just those
Yeah.
obtainables discontinued and everything. Like I said, that's what sucks
Yeah.
going back to 360. There's so many games I would like to play, but for me, I don't know. Just the idea of not being able to complete the game doesn't make me want to play the game.
It's like that Avatar one. I really want to go back and clean that up, but the multiplayer's been switched off, so it will be like 660 is the, you know, completion in 2022. Because that's all you can
Yeah.
get.
It
a little
sucks,
off-putting.
especially.
I'll still do
it. It sucks, especially when it's a game that online doesn't really belong in the game. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I have no idea why Far Cry is online. Like, I'm still looking for people to complete Far Cry 4 on 360. Like, I managed to have a session for the Xbox One version, but I'm still looking for Xbox 360 as well. It's kind of annoying, you know? Like, if you need, like, a co-op, like, just one person, it's fine, but it's when you need, like, 5 to 6 people that it's
Yeah,
getting
it's
Fine.
stupid.
really annoying.
The only time people really come together is like when there's actually a server announcement and everybody's rushing to get it done.
Yeah.
And then as soon as somebody gets it done, they're out of the rotation, so if you leave it too late, you're screwed.
But at least we have TA. Sometimes it works. I'm probably going to make a session sometime. I know, I think Red, you already have it. Maybe if you want
Yeah.
to help one day or something. It's kind of
I
an
should
annoying
still have the
achievement
disc.
too. Yeah. I mean, you need to go back for Yeti anyway.
Yeah, that DLC is awful. I'm so...
Really? I love it.
I didn't like
I
it.
love it. I thought it was really cool.
I was
You
trying
have,
to
your
climb
own
some
encampment
mountain.
and
Yeah.
I mean it's really quick.
I think
I
it's
liked
such
it.
a better game than 6.
Oh my god, that's not getting completed.
I'm very interested about the DLC, but the main game is just...
Man, the DLC is the same list 3 times. Talk about lazy.
Is it
It's really
easy,
long
though?
too, I
3
think, right?
times. It's like 8 hours a piece. You have to do the same stuff.
I think one of them is like 15 hours.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The added like title update achievements for expeditions that were already in the game at launch. Ridiculous.
Yep.
And you can't play it in co-op. If you play it in co-op, player 2 won't get the achievements.
See, I hate how they program those kind of ones. Like, there should be no...
Yeah, it's dumb, isn't it?
There should be, like, no host-only achievements.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Like, if you're gonna put multiplayer games, like, make sure everybody can get it. Just seems lazy. But anyway, I think we can leave it there. Anybody got any closing remarks?
Nope.
No. Cool.
So,
Alright, in terms of the Discord, you can find us at discord.io/realgamers. God, that's the old one. God, it's been a while. You can find us at discord.io/realgamers. We have a Patreon where we put LCA, which is Lights, Camera, and Action, which is our movie version of the podcast that I do with Neomaster and Charlotte. In terms of 360 games, there is a channel now if people are looking for harder to find stuff that we can use in the Discord to basically just share stuff. You know, like if I see any nice things going in America, I'll send Red and Chaptxr a note. Hook them up. They can hook us up with Spider-Man copies. You know how it is. Yeah, that's... I mean, this is a very off the... This is a very different show than the usual format, but it's been fun talking about the Xbox 360 games and going through the collections a little bit.
an X Game 360, we can't forget about him.
Don't forget. Don't sleep on it.
The good old X-Game 360.
A classic.
I was trying to find I sent the link before to the Xbox store having the Spider-Man cover art. There is a Spider-Man game on the Xbox One store.
Ah, the Spider-Human Adventure.
Yeah, but it has the Spider-Man PS4 cover art.
The Insomniac one, yeah. It's crazy.
I love Spider-Man to come to console. I think I'll talk about it in the main show more, but like I think if COD's staying...
Spoiler alert, we don't need it.
Why?
There's so many Xbox 360 games of Spider-Man. Like, there's more than I thought there was. Like, I don't need future Spider-Man. Like, I have.
Okay, the
You
only
don't need the Insomniac ones.
the
at
only
all.
the only reason I say it is because I love Insomniac. I'm still upset that we'll never get a Sunset Overdrive 2 on Xbox, but it is what it is. We'll leave it at that.
If you want some more Spider-Man, there is a product on the market available. It is called a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5, and
Nobody needs that. It
Yeah.
doesn't have achievements.
that's right.
I'll wait till it hits PC. But yeah. Alright, easy.
Eventually.
Cameron, when you finish, can you tell Matt he needs to go get his booster shot? We'll wrap it up now. It's fine. We're gonna go though. Thank you, everybody. We might have more Spider-Man goodness in the future. We do not know.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. Easy. Catch you guys later. Bye.